Hey guys, how's it going? Playing any good games lately? Well, you always hear people say games are bad for you. Video game addiction is a disease, that you shouldn't play video games, that you're wasting your life, things like that. Well, now there's been a new study, a big major study by a very accredited university that actually gives you props for being a gamer. So we're going to read this interesting article that says some results of this study. Let's get right into it, guys. If this is your first time coming to the channel, why don't you go ahead and click the red subscription button down here, down below. Let me know what you guys think and subscribe. So here we go. Video games good for well-being, says University of Oxford study. So this is Oxford. University of Oxford. So this is some heavy-duty stuff. So I think like a year ago or two, somebody said video game addiction's a disease and it was some kind of weird study, but now we're seeing a different one. It says people who play video games for long periods of time tend to report feeling happier than those who do not, a study has indicated. So this is the complete opposite. I'm one of the happiest people in the world. Is it because I play video games? I don't know. It says the Oxford Internet Institute research focused on two games, Nintendo's Animal Crossing and EA's Plants vs. Zombies. Both fun, cartoony, zany little games, more specifically catered towards younger audiences, so maybe that's why they're so happy. But it says in an unusual step, the developers of the game shared anonymized data about how long each participant had played. These logs were then linked to a survey in which the players answered questions about their well-being. So there was a total of 3,274 gamers that took part, all over the age of 18. In previous research, data gathered about the duration of subjects' gaming sessions was based on self-reported guesstimates, which can be inaccurate. So this is the setup. 3,274 gamers, all over the age of 18. So here's the findings. It says Nintendo solely provided data on playing times in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but EA also shared some data about in-game performance within Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It included achievements, emoticons the participants have used to express themselves. So the gamers were also asked about how they felt about their experiences. Professor Andrew Przybylski, say that name 5 times fast, who led the study, said he was surprised by the results. Says, this is interesting. How come I didn't have fun case studies like this when I was in college? Says if you play Animal Crossing for 4 hours a day, every single day, you're likely to say you feel significantly happier than someone who doesn't, he said. That's interesting. He says that doesn't mean Animal Crossing by itself makes you happy. So I haven't played Animal Crossing since August, by the way. I missed the fall update, the summer update, everything about that. He added 40 years of previous research that suggested the longer people played, the more unhappy they said they were. So 40 years of previous research said the longer that you played, the more happy you were. That's interesting. It goes on to say the academic suggested that one reason for the discrepancy might be that both of these games had social features. So that is fair. Animal Crossing does have you do interactions. So it says players interacted with characters controlled by other humans. I don't think people plow a bunch of time into games with the social aspect unless they're happy about it, he said. It's like a digital water cooler, he added, suggesting the titles both provide new ways to mingle with others online. Which is fair. It's essentially during the pandemic, it was one of the only ways to hang out because of lockdowns. It's like, he goes on, however, he said that those who felt compelled to play, for example, because they're seeking to avoid stress elsewhere in their lives, have reported being less content. Alright, I guess it's different for everybody, though. You know what I mean? It's different. The world's playgrounds. The professor has called on other game makers to share similar data. We need to study more games and more players over more time, he said. It would be like letting psychologists study all the playgrounds in the world. We might build a theory of bullying or learn how people build new friendships. My hope is that this fosters curiosity and collaboration and open data. So, definitely an interesting take. I wonder why Nintendo only chose Animal Crossing. Maybe because it's their most psychologically, socially active game of the last year. It was their #1 selling game of the last year. So I guess maybe that's the point. I've seen people use Animal Crossing as a way to veg out, de-stress, decompress, hang out with friends. I've played it quite a bit when it initially came out. Now I'm kind of over it. I burnt out very quickly on Animal Crossing. But this was an interesting case study. Good for the well-being. I would like to see more numbers and stuff, though. This article really didn't go into that. But what are your thoughts about this article and gaming for periods of time in general? Do you believe that the more that you game, it helps you out for your well-being, or do you think it's bad for you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys on the next one.